What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. We are now in the final dungeon, or next to final dungeon, in the game Turtle Rock. Yeah, if you need magic, you're gonna need to get a couple bottles of magic for this dungeon. If you have the half spell on, you should be fine, because there are a lot of, like, full magic bottles that you can get in here. But yeah, like that. Right there, you get a full bottle of magic. Now, right here, what is this? Well, that's a very good question. Well, let me think. What could possibly be done with that? It's worth a shot. Whoa, look at that! The Cane of Samaria has multiple uses. One includes making platforms on these question mark spaces. Kinda cool, but kinda weird. Why would it do that? I have no idea. Maybe Samaria stands for something like really... That's just silly. Now, in this dungeon, there will be a lot of hidden paths and uses of the Cane of Samaria. This is almost required to take on this dungeon. There are a lot of alternate paths, and this dungeon is rightfully difficult. Oops. I wonder if I can throw it onto the space. I can! I had no idea I could do that. Yeah, anyway, this dungeon is actually kind of difficult. There's just a lot of puzzles you have to deal with. There are a lot of different trials you have to go through. And this dungeon's long, and there's a lot of enemies that could deal a lot of damage to you. So don't be surprised if I die once or twice, because this dungeon does get the better of me on multiple occasions. And shoot, I missed. Okay, yeah, you need to light all the lanterns. Kind of a self-explanatory puzzle. Light all the lanterns, and then you can move on. Maybe I should have gone for both of those lanterns at the same time and shoot them from the right. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. See, I'm going through right here. I can get that guy later. But I can light both of those there. Light this guy. And then light him. There we go. And I have no idea if those lanterns actually have genders. I'm just throwing a basic statement out there. And in here... Whoa! Got rolling pins in here. At least that's what I used to call them as a kid. He's such an active imagination. You can always know where they're going to go by the blocks there. They will actually bang off the blocks and let you know where they're going to go. But inside here, the only important thing, besides the key, is the dungeon map. This dungeon isn't as big as it may seem, or as I might make it seem. But trust me, there are a lot of alternating paths that we'll be going through. This dungeon's one big maze. And it's also one of my favorites. Probably one of the coolest things about this dungeon is I've seen trailers upon trailers for A Link Between Worlds, and they show the boss of this dungeon, and I really like the boss of this dungeon. It is so cool. The one thing I'm worried about with the next Link to the Past game is they're going to use too much of this game in there, so it's almost like reused material. But you know what? This game is pretty amazing, so reused material might not be so bad. Speaking of reused material, the floor! It is back for revenge. And we have to wait patiently. So while I'm waiting, I might as well talk more about the sequel coming out here. It's been getting a lot of good scores, which makes me very, very happy. A lot of people are saying it's the best Zelda game in years. It's kind of difficult to say. It's not like you're talking about Sonic and saying this is the best Sonic game in years. Zelda's pretty much always been good. Some might not have been as good as others, but they've all been pretty decent. Alright, so you get a fairy in here, you get a free reload of magic, and a fairy just in case you need it. Now, the jerkish thing about this is if you walk out of here... Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Okay, I'm thinking of a different room. This also has a lot of jerk rooms in it. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll show you a bit later, because it definitely is a jerkish room. Let's see, don't want to go there. Okay, that's where we need to go with the key. Go ahead and ignore that for now. More magic if you need it. I'm going to go ahead and ignore it, just in case I do need it. I can come back for it. It's either that or I just wasted an entire bottle of magic. That would be so tragic. Oh, what do we have in here? Oh, this is what I was thinking of. You see that on top of the door there? Yeah, that's an eye laser. And as soon as you run in, the door closes. But now we have the compass, so 2 of the dungeon items already. Alright, let's see if I can do it here. Yeah, see, the door's gone. Unless you're backing up. So how on earth do you get out of here? And it took me until my practice run to figure out how to get out of this room. If you look at the door, or... yeah, if you look directly at the door, can't do anything. But if your back's turned, the eye won't shoot you, and the door opens. So moonwalk out! I had no idea you had to do that. I always use the mirror trick. The mirror trick is if you are stuck in a room in a dungeon, like some of the trap rooms there are in certain dungeons, you can actually use the magic mirror and transport yourself back to the beginning of the dungeon, or the last entrance you came in. So, kind of handy, kind of a little, I don't know if you'd call it an Easter egg, but it is a nice gesture just in case you get stuck in a trap room. Ooh, look at that! Mario enemies! In a Zelda game? Perish the thought. And they're a lot easier to avoid than I thought, but undoing that should show a little secret. Oh, nope. I'm, again, thinking of something else. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, these guys really hurt! Oh my gosh, I just realized how much life I lost. Get me out of here. Oh my gosh. Chain chomps are more deadly in here than they are in their Mario games. This is the room I was talking about when I said this is one big puzzle room, a lot of differing paths. This one isn't fun, because you have to go through an entire network of pipes. Another reference to Mario, look at that. I mean, they aren't the same pipes, but you kind of get the basic feel of it with the network being... And a couple bubbles here if you need some extra health in the case of fairies. Just use your magic powder and you can get some. But mainly, you want to go up here and start going through the pipes. They will always lead you through the same place, and this is where it gets confusing. Got a couple pipes here. Now, the one thing you need to know about the pipes is sometimes you will be led on a path through a pipe, and you won't be able to go back through the pipe. Not saying the pipe is cut off, I'm just saying the path going back to it will be closed off. So you might have to go all the way back through the dungeon in order to make your way back. And it should be here, is what I'm actually talking about. Yep, there's another... oh, great, another eye door. And I don't have a key. That might be a problem. Let me go ahead and take this guy out. By the way, all the enemies in here, they really hurt. A lot of these enemies do a lot of damage, especially when they have cheap shots like that. Let's see if I can't get him. There we go. Oh, and he had the key. Excellent. So let me think. Can I open it with my back? I cannot. Go ahead and open it like that. And moonwalk. If this is the room or pipe I'm thinking of, yep, here we go. Opening up here is I almost said the boss key. The big key. Yes, so now we can get the item of this dungeon and open up any big doors with big locks. Being very big. Oh, and that's what I mean by not being able to go back. So if we ever want to go back to that room, we're going to have to go all the way back through here. Luckily, I think I chose correctly the first time, and getting the big key is actually beneficial now. So if we go through these pipes again, should be able to use the second pipe and get to where we actually need to go. Let's see, I went through this one. It leads me all the way back to the other door. Yep, okay. So just head on back through. And we'll just take the other pipe to where we need to go. And by the way, the item in this dungeon is amazing. Should be getting it here soon. Yep, just through a couple more doors, and we should be able to move on with the rest of this dungeon. Let's just say it'll make dealing with all these laser firing enemies a lot easier to deal with. Or at least a little less annoying. And speaking of annoying, get away! There we go. Oh my gosh, these guys hurt so much. Ooh, 8 bombs, just in case we needed it. And I missed. Knew I was gonna miss. There we go. Oh my gosh, this laser shooting statue is not nice. I don't like it. Should I go through here? Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Oh my gosh! That is so many eyes. Let's go ahead and use the magic cape here. And even though they can see you with the magic cape on, they can't hurt you. That's the most important thing here. Just stay out of the way here. And head on through. Now, right through here is something amazing. Notice right here, there was a ledge in the light world that we couldn't get to. What happens if we go back to the light world from here? Holy crap! And inside here, we have a puzzle room. There's a lot of these living statues around here that we need to get rid of, and one of the most easiest ways to get rid of them is with your arrows. Let's see, go ahead and wake up, guys. Aw, we can't get them! Alright, play it your way. Oop, not a fairy. We do not need a fairy. There we go, there goes one. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy while we're waiting. There we go. And inside here is, you guessed it, the very last piece of heart that we can get in the games. There we go. We have every piece of heart. We cannot get any more. That's kind of sad. It leaves a little blank heart there. That's kind of depressing. I wish it would have left at least a full one showing that you had collected all of them. Something I should also mention, let me head back to the Dark World here. I'm guessing some of you, including myself, have been wondering what that question mark in the bottom right corner means. I will be getting into that in one of the bonus episodes because it's something that I personally cannot get with the way I'm playing this game. But we'll get into that later. Heading back into Turtle Rock, this is the other entrance to get in here, so if you use the magic mirror, you will end up right here and not the actual entrance. Coming through here, we get the item of the dungeon, the mirror shield. Look how big this shield is! Now we can block lasers. A lot more efficiently, I might add. And sadly, I don't believe it works on the eye lasers. But seriously, any lasers that we'll be hit with now, fireballs included, should deflect off of our shield. This thing is a huge brick wall between lasers and fireballs. I love it. And next time on The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, we will be heading further into Turtle Rock and finishing up this dungeon. So I'll see you guys next time.